last week, right, I had a thought to read some Colleen Hoover. Because why not? It's a Colleen girl fall. It's cold. And the girls have been talking about her. So I thought, okay, why not? I'll bite. I'll read Colleen Hoover. Why not? You know? So I was like, next week is November 9th. Colleen has a book called November 9th. So I thought, why not read November 9th on November 9th? Right. Exactly. Is the thought original? Probably not, but I just thought it'd be fun. That's what we're doing today. We're reading November 9th on November 9th. So I started said book this morning at 3 a.m. Pretty standard for me. And I have some thoughts about said book. It's good. I do like Colleen Hoover. I like her writing. I understand why the girls love her. I really do. She's funny. Her characters are funny. I like Fallon and Benton, but it's beside. I like them both. They're funny. They're cute. I read the first November 9th last night, as I said. And I'm not going to include any spoilers in this vlog. Just a little fun, little goofy time. Me reading Colleen Hoover for the first time. And it just seemed a bit dreamy, like unrealistic. The way that it was laid out. Like, you ever imagine, you know, like your fictional character coming to life? Like your fictional, like your book boyfriend or your... Yeah, if you ever imagine like your book boyfriend or book girlfriend coming to life and like sort of like how that plays out in your mind, you know how like that sort of sets a high unrealistic standard? That's sort of this first November 9th. Like, this is something that probably won't ever happen to, I mean, never say never, but I just don't think that this is something that would realistically happen to another person. It is fun to read about. And it's fun to experience with these characters, of course, but I just can't take them seriously because of how unrealistic it is. And I do understand that it is fiction, like that's a point that gets made up, but then it's like, the thing with romance, like I do like for there to be a sense of realism in it, but this is just too far-fetched. You know what I'm like? You get what I'm saying? Like, they just met, and like the way that they're interacting with each other is something that you would probably see in the middle of a romance book, at least for me anyway, in the middle of a romance book or towards the end. I guess because I'm used to reading enemies to lovers, but whatever. Yeah. I'm up to the second one though. I read Ben's chapter in the second November 9th, their second meetup. And there's secrets. Colleen has a way of just trauma dumping. Like, you start the book and you already know Fallon has issues. You already know they have a whole lot of issues. There's no easing into it. It's just first page issues. You're like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, you just hit with their problems. Not like, obviously, like, but you just know that they have issues, that they're not perfect. Especially Ben. That white man has secrets. I know that white man has secrets. But yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. I think that Fallon is she's kind of a sad girl, kind of insecure girl, with reason. I feel like she's the type of girl that would listen to Taylor Swift, or like she needs to listen to Taylor Swift. I just feel like Fallon would be a Swiftie. I don't know. I just feel it in my bones that she would be a Swiftie. Yeah. I just feel it. So it's 11:12 a.m. and I'm going to continue reading November 9th while listening to Taylor Swift. Thank you. I got up to page 122, and we have hit major, oh, I wouldn't say, we've hit tragedy. I think it's one of the major tragedies of the book. I have a feeling that there's going to be more that Colleen's going to hit us with, but we've hit one of them. And I'm like, what happened? I'm like, well, that's sad. It's definitely sad, but girl, I am not liking the relationship going on in this book, because I think it's just a personal thing for me. It's personally making me uncomfortable. Yes, I am in my bathroom. It is one of my reading spots. Sue me. No, but this relationship is definitely making me uncomfortable, because it reminds me of, you know, that movie Adrift with Shailene Woodley and Sam Claflin, or Life of Pi? How they were, I mean, technically I haven't actually seen Adrift. I watched it, then I watched the first like 20 minutes of it. I fell asleep for majority of the movie, then I woke up at the end of the movie. So, case in point, it was boring, but that's neither here or there. What I'm trying to say is, the point of the movie, if you haven't seen these things or read these things, I apologize. But you know how Shailene Woodley, they were both Shailene and Pi, they were out at sea. And when you're out at sea for a long time, you start to hallucinate. So how she hallucinated Sam Claflin and how Pi hallucinated this entire island. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know, he doesn't seem real to me. Ben does not seem real to me. He seems like a hallucination. He's like the Sam Claflin in the situation, though he's not comparable to Sam Claflin. He's funny, like how I see them. I think I would have much rather this book to be like a friendship sort of thing that later turns into a relationship, but like they sort of focus on the friendship more. Because this just seems like, okay, it's like insta love, like, okay, I'm in love with you, but then they don't know the first thing about each other. Fallon constantly reminds us as the reader that she knows nothing about this guy. Constantly, I'm telling you, constantly. And then when she learns something new about him that should be basic information that she should already know as a friend, which I don't even think she is at this point. I don't even know what they are, to be honest with you. But she should know this information, but she's not saying, but like she's surprised that she doesn't know this information. She's like, wow, I'm really being reminded that I don't know this guy that I'm agreeing to meet every year on November 9th. Same day, same time. So, same place too. So I'm just, it just makes me uncomfortable. And then we just had a little like mild spicy scene. I skipped over it. It made me uncomfortable. He's like, hey baby. I literally you can't make this up. It's uncomfortable to me. It's so uncomfortable. I think I would have definitely preferred if this was more a friends romance. Not friends romance, but like a friendship thing. Where they're like, okay, we're friends. Because it's just the idea of this happening right now, and then it's mind-boggling. I just can't come up with the words more than this, to be honest with you. I'm not hating this book, but I'm not loving it either. It's like, I think so far where I'm at, I'm debating on giving it like somewhere between 2 and 3.5 stars. Somewhere between that. It really depends how the meetups go. It really depends. how the rest of the novel goes. Because I have a feeling that Colleen Hoover is going to hit us with more tragedy. I just have such a feeling that she is. You know? I really just zoned out, y'all. I really just zoned out. I can't make this up. I really just zoned out. I'm glad you know you're in the wrong here, because he's getting unnecessarily angry. Is he okay? I get more and more concerned about this guy as the pages go on. I think he needs a therapist. I think he needs someone to talk to, definitely, because he's not alright. He's not alright up here. I think that's settled. That's all said and done, especially after that whole thing that just happened. Oh my gosh. I am so sick right now. But it's November. Like, I don't have an iPad right here. It's November 20th right now, and I read this book, finished this book a whole 10 days ago, but I never really feel my emotions about it because I didn't feel like it at the time because I was mad. I'm still mad just thinking about it. Literally just thinking about it, I'm still upset. I have a whole list of things that I wrote on my iPad that I want to talk about with November 9th by Colleen Hoover because she got me messed up. I'm jacking she the one that made me sick right now. She got me messed up. She got me messed up. She got the girls messed up. Because, first of all, let's talk about the characters. There's going to be spoilers in this because I'm going to go off. Let's talk about the characters. Let's really talk about the characters. Why is Ben your guy? Why is November 9th National Ben Day? Did we read the same book? Is my question to the masses. Did we read the same book? Because Ben is not a good person. Tell me how Ben's a good person. Let me know. Because he's not a good person at all. He is creepy. He is possessive. He is ugly. He is impulsive. He is everything that I just named plus way worse things. But I have yet to see something good about him. He's creepy, but Colleen likes to hide his creepiness under the blanket of his humor. He is not funny. I used to think that he was funny before because my brain didn't click to what he was doing, but he's not funny. He's not funny. And Fallon, the plot. Let's really get into it, because what even was the plot? It is so unrealistic. That does not happen. That does not happen in real life. And then the end of the book proves that it doesn't happen in real life because he ended up knowing who she was. Because why? I'll get into that later. The end of the book proves that it wasn't even a coincidence. I mean, it actually was a coincidence that they met that day. But girl, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. That does not happen. I just don't understand how the girls love this book. That don't make no sense. And then, like, a boy coming in to save you from your toxic father, that don't make no sense because that don't happen. That does not happen. And I get that it's fiction. I get that it's ABC, XYZ. I understand that, but at least can you please make it a little bit realistic? Please, like, just a little bit. Like, that just so out of the blue, so. And then, first of all, with Ben, you do not know this girl, right? You do not know this girl. But as soon as she walks by, you're like, wow, I wonder what kind of underwear she has on. Like, that's not cute. That's not cute. That's not the move. You do not know her. And what makes it even worse is that he actually finds out that he does in a way know her because he's the reason why she got them scars on her face. He's the reason why she got the scars on her face. That she got burned. He's the reason why, and it makes it even worse that he still thought that, and he knows he's the reason why that she's like that now. That is so, you don't even know her. And then in the first November 9th, he's talking about he's taking her out to dinner. He wants to go out to dinner with her. And then she's just like, okay, fine. And then she was like, okay, since I'm taking you out to dinner, I get to choose what you wear. No, you don't. No, you don't, Papa. No, you don't, because you just met her, like, what, 3 hours ago? You do not get to choose what she wears. If she's not comfortable wearing a certain dress and a certain piece of clothing, there's a reason why she doesn't want to wear it. She wants to wear something else, so let her wear something else. You do not have ownership of her body. That goes on to his possessiveness. He thinks he owns her. He thinks he owns her. I'm just trying to figure out why people think that it's cute. It's not cute. He is not cute. And Fallon is not a good MC either. She's annoying. I just don't like how Colleen Hoover because she's a burn victim, she's ugly, or she seems to be, like, she feels that she's ugly and stuff. Like, what does that show to people who are actually burn victims? Like, wow, I'm really, like, and apparently I've been told that a lot of her plot lines revolves around characters with low self-esteem, and I'm just like, oh, why couldn't she... My thoughts are just jumbling all over the place. And then the other November 9th, when she was with the guy with the whale pants. I don't know what his name is. And then he just happened to show up at the club and was like, yeah, I'm about to take my girlfriend back. Why can't you let her be happy? Yeah. And she was so easy in just taking him back because she just missed the way that he made her feel. And I cannot form, like, cohesive sentences right now because the book genuinely got me that upset. I think the icing on the cake was definitely the last November 9th when Fallon received Ben's manuscript for the book where he said his side of the story. Yes, okay. I completely understand that your mother just committed sewer slide. Like, I completely understand that that's what's going on, and you're upset. I understand that, and it's shocking you had to find her like that. I understand that, and she left a note and everything, but he didn't read the note, which I can understand. It's very much, traumatizing. I understand that much, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that he decided to put 2 and 2 together, that, oh, she was texting this guy, so this guy has to be the reason why she killed herself. So he decides to stalk the guy and light his car on fire, which then lit the house on fire, which then caused Fallon to become a burn victim. So we understand that. I understand that. Yeah. So the fact that Fallon so easily forgave him, she not only forgave him for his actions, she forgave her father for his actions. Her father is not a good person. Her father literally calls her ugly, that you'll never amount to anything in life, that you should not try out acting anymore because you're ugly. The thing was, she had texted him that night. Like, they already had, like, a pretty off relationship. And she had texted him that night saying, like, she had texted him saying, oh, I'm going to stay at the house. I'm going to be at the house tonight. She was saying, oh, my dad's lover just killed herself. Of course he's going to forget about me. So I can't put the blame on him because, of course, he's going through a lot. And then she excused his behavior the first November 9th. Not the first, but, like, when the book started, when he was calling her ugly at brunch and everything, she excused it because of what was in the manuscript. I have no words. And then, I don't even want to tap in to Ben's sexuals. I don't even want to tap into that. Like, he sexually assaulted her on multiple occasions in the book. But I said the last thing was icing on the cake. I think the turning point for me was when Colleen Hoover included this Asian comment. That was definitely the turning point for me, because this is how the conversation went. They don't even know each other, mind you. They don't know each other within all these times. They're meeting each other on one day a year. They don't even know each other. They're not even friends. I don't even know how this whole thing escalated, but that's besides the point. Ben was getting a tattoo, right? And then Fallon got that same old tattoo at the end of the, whatever. Ben was getting a tattoo. And then he, to distract him from the pain, he wanted Fallon to ask him questions. So she was asking some 20 questions, talking about some, what's your favorite color, whatever, right? So the conversation was, what's your favorite food? Ben said Thai. Fallon said sushi. Fallon said, oh, sushi, same thing. And I was like, no, it's not, honey. Ben said, no, it's not. And then she's just like, yes, it is. They're both Asian food. What's your favorite color? She just dismissed it, saying these two completely different cultures are the same thing because they're both Asian food. What's Colleen trying to say? What's she trying to say right now? That is not only disrespectful, it's insulting to these cultures that you're just saying that, oh, they're all the same thing because it's Asian food. Oh my god. My god. I think that's all I have to say. I probably have more, but I can't think straight right now. Yeah. Those are my, okay. This has been the vlog. I don't even know what to say. I hope you have a nice day. And I really thought I was gonna like this book too.